I'm Hazel. It's Saturday today, which makes it time to sit down and catch up on the WoW news of the week, what I've been up to, and answer some of your questions. This week, just recently, Blizzard has announced that they will be increasing the amount of Anima that you gain from Mythic Plus and raids. With the upcoming weekly reset, for real this time, you will now be getting 2 rare Anima items from completing a 7 to 9 keystone, so 70 from that. You'll get 105 Anima from doing a keystone at 10 or higher. The first 8 bosses in Castle Nathria on any difficulty presumably will give you 105 Anima each, and then Stone Legion Generals and Sardonathrius are both going to drop 175 Anima each. I think that this is a good start to addressing the Anima drought issues. I do wish it had come a little earlier in the raid cycle. I feel like we're just about to stop raiding, and now we're getting more Anima for it, but you know, better late than never. I would still wishlist item like to see Anima come from callings. It feels strange that it doesn't, but that's just something that I want. That's not something they said they're gonna give me. Also this week, the Lunar Festival has returned to WoW, and new this year is nothing in particular. Supposedly Venthyr can see a Lunar Festival Elder at the Ember Court, and aside from that, it seems to be exactly the same as it was last year, so if you were caught up, then you are still good. However, if you did not visit Lunar Festival last year, then you might want to go do the Lunar Preservation quest that allows you to transmog the flower crowns all year round. Maybe you've had the flower crowns, but you don't have that quest done. You might want to do that so you can wear those any time of the year that you like. And if you're brand new, or if you're just catching up on old holiday stuff, Lunar Festival has lots of wonderful toys and transmog. A particular favorite of mine is the Lunar Elder's Hearthstone. It's one of my favorite cosmetic hearthstones. It looks like this. Those are available now with the Lunar Festival event, and the bulk of it is just flying around to various elders. You can get add-ons that put them on your map, such as handy notes, collecting the coins, and then using the coins at the vendor at Moonglade to buy your goodies. Speaking of lunar-ish cosmetics, this week we got a brand new 6-month sub-mount with Lucky Gun. The Golden Ox looks like this. This mount does fly, and it is very, very gold. If you are already on a recurring 6-month subscription, you do not need to do anything extra. Just chill for a couple days. It should already be in your launcher. There's a little gift icon over by your friends list, and that should have your mount for you if you're already on a recurring sub. As usual, they've also made it available in the shop for the standard shop mount price, just in case you don't think you're going to keep playing for 6 months, but you still want to purchase and ride that mount. Maybe you're going on a boat. But wait, there's more. This week also brought the 30th anniversary bundles of assorted Blizzard goodies. So there's 3 different tiers of bundle you can buy. I ended up going for the middle one because it had the WoW mount and the WoW pet, and the only WoW thing on the highest tier bundle is game time. And then the WoW pet looks like this. This is the Moon Touch Nether Whelp, and the WoW mount looks like this. This is Snowstorm. It is a Blizzard bear for the new age. It does not fly, although neither did the original Blizzard bear. It does have an enchanting mount special. It's so cute. Although beware that the saddlebags filled with snowballs will flail wildly while you're running anywhere, so just, you know, if you're somebody that wants your saddlebags to remain sedately in place, this is not the mount for you. It worked out to be kind of a lot of shop cosmetics this week, but the 6-month sub mount is with a 6-month sub, so I'm not too mad at that. And then the Blizzard 30th anniversary loot packs feel very much like our annual BlizzCon stuff. Like usually with a regular BlizzCon, we would have bought BlizzCon tickets or virtual tickets and then gotten bundles of goodies with that. So this feels like it's very much taking that place. And then you don't need to buy a virtual BlizzCon ticket this year because BlizzConline is going to stream for free to everyone, which is the next piece of news. We got BlizzConline dates. So February the 19th. Blizzard is going to be streaming their biggest announcements for all of their titles, as well as like dev talks, art demos, cosplay submissions, that kind of thing. Starts Friday, February 19th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time, and they should be talking about every franchise. What we're expecting to hear from about WoW, I think a lot of people are anticipating some kind of announcement about a Burning Crusade version of Classic. Potentially, you know, not confirmed, but people are hoping for that. And then in Shadowlands, we're looking for a info dump about patch 9.1, and then probably a PTR announcement, if not a PTR release for the new patch. So if you're finding yourself feeling a little bit done with the current Shadowlands content and you're waiting for news, that is when news is coming. Mark your calendars, just about 2 weeks. In my life this week, we finally cleared Heroic Castle Nathria. My private guild got Heroic Sardonathrius down last night. It was very exciting. It was our 3rd week of progression and approximately 50-ish attempts. It was pretty tough. It turned out to be a fight that was very much about timing, control, and positioning, like not getting, you know, knocked off by crescendo and making sure everything was in a good spot, more so than just raw damage and healing checks, which was kind of interesting for a last fight. I liked it quite a bit. I think now that I'm through it, Castle Nathria is probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite raid that I've ever done. And it's hard for me to tell if it's just because it's a really fantastic raid, which I think it is, but also I know I tend to favor things that happened more recently. And also, this is the first raid in forever that I've been healing as a main class and a main spec full time, and that has been so much fun. I've just been having a blast, and I'm a little sad. I'm not sad that we're done progressing. I'm glad we're done progressing. 3 weeks was enough, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the next tier looks like. Questions for this week. Angela wants to know, did the Geiger mount drop for you as a Necrolord or from another covenant? Lots of information about it is unclear. 100% thank you. So, I misspoke or misunderstood when I was talking about this last week. I incorrectly believed that because anybody could kill a Geiger, that anybody could get the mount, and I did some more research this week, and I don't think that's true. I could not find any credible reports of a non-Necrolord character getting the Predatory Plague Rock from him, and I was on a Necrolord character when it dropped for me, so I apologize for the misunderstanding. I do believe that for Geiger and the similar ones like the Heroic Nathria rare, that you do need to be the correct covenant in order to receive the mount. And Dennis wants to know, how come your guild presumably does not do Mythic? So I'm a Heroic raider. We clear normal, then we clear Heroic, and then we stop. And I get this question fairly often on stream. And I think what it comes down to is that my private guild values the flexibility and the lower pressure environment that you get from raiding Heroic over the better loot and like the prestige of raiding Mythic. I don't feel a strong need to be a Mythic raider, and I really enjoy the extra leniencies that we get as a Heroic guild. You know, when we all show up to raid night, we don't have to figure out if anybody needs to sit, or if we need to pug anybody to get to the right composition, the right amount. You don't need to fit 20 people exactly. And because we're doing content on less than the hardest difficulty, we have a little more flexibility for people to play like the specs that they want. Nobody's giving me a hard time about being a Kyrian Holy Priest when a Necrolord would be better, that kind of thing. I raid for fun, and I think that Heroic is the right pace for like the most fun raiding experience that is available to me. Neji asks, do you have any crew neck sweatshirts of your figure merch on hand? Was thinking of buying one, curious to see how they fit / look. Yeah, I have one. I got the healer one for myself. Also, I've recently upgraded my hangers in my office closet to like wood ones, and I feel very fancy, even though I'm just putting my WoW hoodies and stuff on them. So this one's a small, and the thing that I find about it is that it's very warm. It is long enough. I am about 5'10", so I'm not short, and it is long enough in the small. The sleeves are long enough as well, but the cuffs on the sleeve, they loosened up some after I got them, so I don't find them uncomfortable, but they are a little tighter than I expected. So if you want the wrist to be a little bit looser, then I would consider sizing up. I also recommend washing them inside out to help preserve the graphic on the front of them. I forgot once, and I'm quite upset with myself. It still looks fine, and I'm still gonna wear it, especially because it's just something I think maybe about the wrist being a little tighter, it's just holding warmth in like a seal. I cannot be cold in this thing. Now that I am done with the tier, as I stated, I'm gonna be taking the figure merch down. I'm gonna leave it up for 1 more week until February the 14th, so I've added that timer to the Teespring page, so if you're looking to pick up one of the figure shirts or crew necks, then you have another week to do that, and then they're going to go away, because if limited availability is good enough for Blizzard, then it's good enough for me. And I think I am more likely to actually take a look at getting some new merch if I don't have existing merch already on the shop, so it might motivate me to get a move on. I want to do some more like classic, just like logo designs, but I don't really know what my logo is. I have the hazelnut, but it looks odd in like large format on a shirt, so I haven't quite worked that one out yet. And Caliburn asks, how do you feel about Shadowlands? Is it what you expected, and are you having fun? So I don't think I know this sounds strange, but I don't think I really had expectations for Shadowlands. I mean, the basics, you know, I expected it to be an expansion. I expected it to have zones and reputations and mounts and pets and a raid and some dungeons. And it had all of those things, and I have been delighted with all of those things. I am having fun, and I'm still playing every day, although it does feel really good to kind of like finish things. I was very satisfied to tick off like the class campaign, and I am now done with Torghast for the time being. I am more or less done with the Maw. There is one more Torghast upgrade that I could get, but I drag myself out for Maw weeklies. Dailies are not so much. So as I've started completing more and more of the things that were like mandatories, I've started looking at the collectibles, but that's kind of overwhelming. I think that's my biggest it's very spoiled to say, but my biggest pain point right now in Shadowlands is there being too much to do in terms of cosmetics, like the mounts and pets and toys. Once upon a time, I could be counted upon to know where all of those things came from, at least especially after like a month or two of the expansion. But right now, because they are all so split up among the covenants and then among the systems within each covenant, it feels very overwhelming, and sometimes I just kind of look at the list of stuff I don't have and the variety of places it comes from, and I just get kind of tired and then I log out. I'll get over that eventually, especially as I get more organized, but it does feel like kind of a lot all at once. And that's been my week. Thank you very much for watching. If you have a question that you would like me to answer on a news video, please leave it in the comments of the most recent one and include the word question. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.